Crowdfunding fiction, a legal and financial framework for profitable self-publishing ventures. 1. The capital problem. Access to capital remains the most significant barrier to entry in entrepreneurship. Conventional debt financing requires creditworthiness or collateral. In contrast, creative crowdfunding platforms enable prospective entrepreneurs to bypass traditional lenders and raise capital via direct public appeal. Kickstarter, in particular, provides an avenue to raise non-dilutive capital, i.e., no equity or repayment, for creative projects. Unlike other platforms, however, Kickstarter enforces an all-or-nothing funding model. Projects must meet their target amount to collect funds. Footnote: crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter offer non-repayable capital to creators, circumventing traditional financial barriers. 2. The Amazon Kindle model. Fiction dominates Amazon Kindle's bestsellers list. Self-published authors in genres like romance, thriller, and young adult fiction routinely earn tens of thousands per month, primarily due to Amazon's royalty structure, 65% to 70% of sales. These authors frequently use pseudonyms, AI-generated content, and ghostwriters to produce high-volume, high-demand works. Unlike nonfiction, which generally lacks mass-market appeal, fiction provides entertainment and escapism, especially during economic downturns. Footnote: fiction dominates Kindle revenues due to higher consumer demand and favorable royalty terms for self-published authors. 3. Kickstarter meets Kindle. Authors are increasingly turning to Kickstarter to pre-fund the production of Kindle fiction. This includes cover design, ghostwriting, editing, and audiobook narration. Campaigns that set low funding goals are statistically more likely to exceed expectations, creating social proof and investor confidence. The funds raised via Kickstarter serve not only as startup capital but also as a psychological trigger for accountability to deliver the promised work. Footnote: Kickstarter campaigns help authors fund production and foster accountability through public pledges. 4. The marketing psychology of goals. Setting a low funding goal on Kickstarter, for example, $500 to $2,500, increases the likelihood of surpassing that target, triggering a funding momentum effect. Prospective backers are more likely to pledge to campaigns that appear popular or trending. This mirrors behavioral finance principles, where perceived social validation drives participation. High funding goals that are unmet result in forfeiture of all pledges, nullifying campaign success. Footnote: low goal setting on Kickstarter increases the psychological appeal and success rate of funding campaigns. 5. The format trifecta. Successful authors on Amazon optimize earnings by publishing in 3 formats: Kindle, digital, paperback, print on demand, and Audible, audiobook. While paperback yields minimal profit, it satisfies reader preferences. Audiobooks, meanwhile, can double revenue. Notably, many high-earning authors fail to exploit the audiobook channel, losing potential income. Footnote: publishing in Kindle, paperback, and audiobook formats maximizes revenue and market coverage. 6. Pseudonyms and market camouflage. Authors often use pseudonyms, especially in genres like romance and erotica, to preserve personal anonymity while marketing under a targeted brand persona. Men frequently publish under female pseudonyms in romance genres due to market expectations. This strategic obfuscation allows authors to develop niche audiences while avoiding personal disclosure. Footnote: pseudonyms enable brand targeting while preserving author anonymity. 7. The genre game. Romance remains the most lucrative genre in Kindle publishing, followed by young adult fiction, thrillers, and horror. Authors are advised to select a narrow niche and maintain genre consistency to build a loyal readership. Thematic coherence, for example, mafia romance, enemies to lovers, small-town drama, increases fan retention and series sales. Footnote: Narrow genre specialization fosters reader loyalty and repeat sales in Kindle fiction publishing. 8. The role of research tools. Software tools such as KDSpy allow authors to analyze Kindle sales data, monitor competitors, and identify profitable keywords and tropes. These tools function as market research instruments, informing content strategy and production decisions. Successful authors utilize these analytics to emulate winning formulas. Footnote: market intelligence tools like KDSpy enable data-driven publishing strategies. 9. Scaling through localization. Translating successful Kindle books into other languages, notably Spanish and Portuguese, can significantly expand revenue streams. Authors may use AI translation tools followed by human editors to ensure cultural and grammatical accuracy. Localization leverages existing intellectual property into new markets at minimal cost. Footnote: localization multiplies earnings by repurposing content across language markets. 10. Crowdfunding economics. A single fiction project on Kickstarter can raise between $5,000 and $15,000, covering the costs of production and marketing. High pledge tiers and professional promotional materials, for example, trailers, graphics, increase conversions. Facebook ads and email campaigns can be used to drive early pledges, triggering Kickstarter's internal promotion algorithms. Projects that are highly funded early tend to trend, attracting more organic traffic. Footnote: Kickstarter's algorithm favors early funding spikes, enhancing visibility and long-term campaign success.